Hey, welcome back to Dare to Inflame. It is Sunday night, and it's been a nice weekend, I suppose. Got rain yesterday, so of course, I already talked to the fact that our plans were changed for the weekend, but really nothing to report very much. My ex has been here the whole entire weekend because it's his birthday, and he decided that, sorry, not he, the kids and him decided that they wanted to spend the weekend together, which is fine. I don't mind it. We get along. It's fine. It's just weird. It's just weird. But I've been finishing up all my recordings from the shamanism summit that I participated in, and oh my gosh, I've learned so much. Well, I don't know that I've learned a lot. I have learned some stuff. It's been great. But I think mainly it was a lot of confirmation of things that I'd already felt, but just to have so many others who are much wiser and much more experienced and learned than I am, be saying what I've been feeling and saying to others around me is just a really cool confirmation that I'm on the right path, that I'm following my guides, and it's not ego leading me, which is really, really cool. It's affirmation, right? It's affirmation to distill those that self-doubt. So it's been really cool. I have so many notes. To share. I gotta figure out how to go through them all. I literally just finished my last class, and I have so many notes to go through and try to summarize some of it. I just want to share it all. It's been so very cool. I guess what I want to share, at least for now, is that I've got a new path to follow. I've never looked into any specifics. I've always been drawn to Aboriginal shamanism, and a little bit of Hawaiian ancestral knowledge, Hindu, obviously, through the Reiki, that Buddha, Sanskrit type of learned things. But I've never really looked into druids, and this is interesting. So when it came to people talking about druids or druidry, whatever, which is the magic, the shamans of the Wales, of Welsh ancestry, which is definitely what I come from. My grandfather was Welsh through and through, and we have Irish and British, but whatever. I've always had like this heavy feeling. It was almost something I wanted to avoid whenever somebody else mentioned it. And so I've never looked into it at all. And not because of I didn't actually realize it had a Welsh history. I just heard druid and I don't want to know anything about it. And even during this course, you have the option to pick what you participate in or what you watch. And it was one of the ones that I was thinking, oh, well, if I run out of time, I'll skip this one. I am so glad I did it, because it's the one I actually recorded the screen, because I didn't buy the whole package where you get to go back forever and never and rewatch the podcast. I just bought the one that I had 48 hours after to go back and re-listen or whatever. So I recorded on my iPad, because there was so much in his speech that was it was like, that's what I feel. That's what I feel. That's how I do things when I'm doing my Reiki on my clients, and I'm working with spirit, and I'm working when I go to the lake. The things that I do naturally, it's actually customs and traditions and rituals and ceremonies that is part of the Druid ancestry that I had no knowledge of. The reason I say it's really interesting that I always got really kind of heavy and avoidance was that another part that we talked about in this course was how, due to our ancestral baggage and traumas, that energy that we pull from our ancestors, the energy that they help supply, their wounds and traumas, like past life histories, all of that, all those strings that connect us to our ancestors are also laden with their fears and also laden with their traumas if they haven't been healed. And the Druids were like executed by the Romans during the Roman Empire, and they were said to be non-existent anymore, and that the learning and the lessons that they taught and were lost in history because they were literally all eliminated. And so to carry that, for example, when the witches were burned at the stake, that the witch hunts or whatever, people who come from those histories, people that come from that lineage, are very hesitant about speaking their truth, about speaking their history, about engaging or looking into the beliefs and the lessons and the like all of that of their history, because the ancestral trauma says you have to hide it or you will be burned, right? That kind of things that if you don't, my ancestors are saying, if you talk too much about this, if you look too much into this, you will be persecuted for it, you'll be killed for it, because that was their trauma. So it is in my DNA, and it is in those energetic connections to say, wait, you don't want to, wait, don't do that, because somebody might find out, and that can lead to harm. So it was interesting to have, sorry, I'm wiggly, it's cold out here, I gotta get my feet under my sweater. It's interesting to be able to hear other people talk and be able to say, that makes sense, because I'm interested in a whole bunch of stuff, but that was the one that I was like, no, I don't want to know any more about that. And then to ask myself why, because when I listened to this man talk, I was just like it was crazy how drawn it was, how personal the conversation seemed. It was like he knew exactly how I felt about things. It was like he could look into my world and see how I worked in the work I do. And it was crazy to know that I have no knowledge of any kind of Druid history because I've avoided it. So I have homework to do. In looking into this whole Druid history, along with a whole bunch of other things. So much to look into. I also have I have a friend of mine whose son has been coming to me for Reiki, and I've also been given a whole bunch of tools to help him deal with a whole bunch of fears that have been holding him back. And I'm just so excited to take all of this knowledge that I've got and start, paying it forward and sharing with others. And yeah, I'm excited. And with you, because dear twin flame, there's stuff for you too. But I gotta go through the notes because, oh my goodness, there's just so much. Yeah. Anyway, I will keep this short because I got work to do. No, but really, keep it short for you and say that I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you got to enjoy today. It was a beautiful day, not so hot. I'm in London tomorrow. Maybe I am in your area. I'm not sure. I have to take my ladybug to the doctor, to London Health Science Centre. So yeah, and a couple other stops. But anyway, there, and then going, my mom's still on holidays, so we're going to the lake on Wednesday, so that should be exciting. And just found out that the pool is now, well, will be officially open in August, so all of our plans have got put on temporary hold because now I have to drive back and forth to swim practice twice a week. I have to figure out how that's gonna look. But yeah, anyway, short-term plans for now. Tomorrow to the city, big city, and then home quickly after because my son has swim practice out at Wildwood near St. Mary's tomorrow. So we have to get back from the city to go there. And yeah, nothing too big planned, just things to keep us occupied and lots to keep us learning the piano. I think I already told you that. I'm doing very well. Thank you very much. Although it's very strange, but it's good. It's fun. We're the girls and I are having a blast with it. But anyway, I will leave it at that. And I hope you had a great weekend again, and I hope you have a great day or you've had a great day on Monday, because most likely you won't see this before then. But until next time, I will say, dear Twin Flame, as always, you have all my love for all my life.